Prashant Bhushan of the Aam Aadmi Party, Anand Yagnik, advocate of the Gujarat High Court, also with him Azami Yagnik of the Gujarat Congress. Meenakshi Lekhi, spokesperson of the BJP. First of all, congratulations on your official appointment as the spokesperson over the weekend, Meenakshi. And my first question to you is this.
Thank you very much, Arnab.
Thank you. The question is, Meenakshi, not whether but why the Lokayukta has been made into this fuddy-duddy, pliant, completely ineffective body by the BJP's chief minister, the same party which talks a different language when it comes to the Lokpal. Why did Narendra Modi do this?
Narendra Modi had to do it the manner in which for 8 years governor has conducted herself. 2006, by Chief Justice of Gujarat, a name was proposed, and on the initiation of Gujarat government, a name of Justice Vyas was proposed. For 3 years, she kept sitting on the file, and finally appointed Justice Vyas as the national, not national, but state commission, Human Rights Commission chairperson of Maharashtra, and a letter was dropped saying now that person is not available since he has been appointed as the chairperson of this particular government of Maharashtra. Thereafter, another file within 20 days was initiated, and again the request was sent to the Chief Justice that kindly give us another name. Now this time he gave 4 names. 4 names, and then Justice Vora, out of the 4 names, was appointed as the Lokayukta by the Council of Ministers, and again the governor dropped that name on one line, stating that the Chief Justice should have only given 1 name and not 4 names.
Meenakshi,
now
can
allow
I
me
ask
to
you
complete. This is a long story.
No, but before you, I know your story. I know your issue with the Lokayukta. But that's not the issue.
Story is not, but that story is not getting played. The issue is.
But that's not the issue.
The issue is that Finance Commission of India itself proposes a people body, especially when Chief Minister is going to be under that body, Sarpanches of the villages are going to be under the same body, and that kind of workload you want one person to handle.
Meenakshi Lekhi, I appreciate, I'm sorry to have to interrupt again as I go to Prashant Bhushan, I go to our guest in Ahmedabad. The fact is, I acknowledge that Narendra Modi has been having a local fight on the issue. But who cares what local fight Narendra Modi has been happening? What people are asking today, 1 minute, is about the institution. The BJP, Prashant Bhushan, has been repeatedly opposing government supremacy in the Lokpal selection process. Clearly, the same standards don't apply to Gujarat because the government has monopolized the whole selection process. You have made the role of the Chief Justice, no, you raise your hand, you have made the role of the Chief Justice redundant. What is this if not an attempt to empower yourself to install a pliant candidate? You want a pliant candidate, so you change the selection process. Thereby...
Incorrect.
Correct?
Incorrect.
You say incorrect. Prashant Bhushan, is that incorrect? Then I come back.
I'll correct you. Can I correct you?
Prashant Bhushan, then come back to you. Yes, please, Prashant Bhushan.
I think Arnab, you are absolutely right. While the BJP has been steadfastly opposing the government's dominant say in the appointment of the Lokpal, but in this case, so far as this Gujarat Lokayukta bill is concerned, they want the dominant say in the appointment of the Lokayukta in Gujarat. Meenakshi said that for the last 9 years, no Lokayukta has been appointed in Gujarat for the virtually the entire tenure of Narendra Modi. And Meenakshi says that
because
the appointment was not made. All right. Because of obstruction by the governor. For 9 years, when the governor was obstructing the appointment of the Lokpal, Mr. Modi did not think it fit to bring this amendment bill to get over this impasse. Now, when the High Court okayed the appointment of Justice Mehta, when the Supreme Court okayed the appointment of Justice Mehta and came down hard on Mr. Modi, when Mr. Modi's review petition is dismissed by the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court says that Mr. Mehta must be appointed, Then Mr. Modi wakes up and says that now this amendment is necessary because this business of interference by the governor is totally wrong. The question is, why is it that Mr. Modi does not want a Lokayukta appointed by an independent person like the Chief Justice? The entire debate on the Lokpal was who will have the dominant say in the appointment of the Lokpal. How will you secure the independence of the Lokpal from the very government that the Lokpal is supposed to investigate?
The point is this. The point is this today. Meenakshi, please understand. The point is you will be asked. See, you are a national BJP spokesperson. You will be asked today that what you are doing in Gujarat severely compromises what your leaders are saying in Delhi. I am sorry to say this. Every point that your leaders, every point that your leaders made on the Lokpal, everything that, critically things that Arun Jaitley said on the supremacy of the government in the appointment process. You want to know what Arun Jaitley said? Meenakshi Lekhi?
Yes.
He said, okay, you want to know, this is what he said.
Yes,
December 2011, right? You were debating this issue with me then also. He said, he picking holes in the process of the selection and removal of the Lokpal. Arun Jaitley said, 3 of the 5 nominees of the government are on the selection panel. The removal process is also controlled by the government. If the government finds a particular Lokpal inconvenient, it has the authority to suspend him. Same thing. Same thing is being done by Narendra Modi in Gujarat.
It is not.
No,
it is incorrect. It is incorrect.
Whoa,
no, it is not.
You've eliminated the role of the governor.
Tell me the section where no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
The role of governor, you have to read the Supreme Court judgment.
I am
you have
reading
to
the
read the
Lokayukta
Supreme
bill.
Court judgment where no, I'm sorry. Instead of reading just the Lokayukta bill, role of governor, the governor has been reprimanded by the Supreme Court. And Kamla Beniwal has been found to be a corrupt governor who took the opinion of Attorney General of India instead of Advocate General. This is the manner in which high-handed manner in which the governor has acted herself.
I'm sorry, Meenakshi Lekhi. Meenakshi Lekhi. No, Meenakshi Lekhi, the Gujarat government lost its appeal in the Supreme Court against the appointment of Justice Mehta. Although the judgment was critical.
Listen, you must understand.
Let me get in my guest from Ahmedabad.
Judgment was not critical.
I'm getting an input from Ahmedabad.
Complimentary judgment. No, just allow me one line. Just allow me one line. Judgment was complimentary towards the role of Mr. Modi, and it was critical of the role of governor. And what the Supreme Court said was that since Justice Mehta's name has been proposed by the Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court, we do not wish to intervene there.
Yes. You're partially correct.
Of judiciary.
You're partially correct.
I'm not partially correct.
Largely
I'm 100%
incorrect.
correct.
You're partially correct, largely incorrect.
I am making a comment, and please allow me, as a political person, I have every business to make a comment. The judiciary and the judge of the Supreme Court obviously did not want to indict the Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court that he has made a wrong, proposed a wrong name. So they say let him continue.
You tell me. No, you have filed a curative petition before the Supreme Court. Meenakshi Lekhi.
Meenakshi
Lekhi, Anand Yagnik, advocate from the Gujarat High Court, is contradicting you. Anand Yagnik to Meenakshi Lekhi.
Supreme Court, what is he saying?
Mr. Mehta's appointment is secured, and his 5-year term is secured by this bill.
Contradiction from Anand Yagnik from Ahmedabad.
Yes, Mr. Goswami. First of all, the version of Ms. Lekhi as to why appointment of Lokayukta was not made for about 8 to 9 years has not been found acceptable to the High Court and to the Supreme Court. Secondly, neither the Supreme Court nor the High Court has stated anything in favor of the Chief Minister, and if that be the case, then why review petitions and why other petitions? Why keep on going before the Supreme Court, questioning the judgment of the Supreme Court? And the third issue is that this amendment is brought about. Mr. Goswami, this amendment has been brought about to frustrate the judgment of the Supreme Court delivered in 2002 in the matter of Odisha Lokpal, and the latest judgment on the issue of Lokayukta of Gujarat. One, and to checkmate the primacy of the Chief Justice in the matter of appointment of Lokayukta and give to the state an independent, impartial and effective Lokayukta. This amendment frustrates the institution of Lokayukta before it has taken the position. And This is nothing but a brute majority trying to checkmate the judicial power under the composition of what constitution we have.
No, sir, the one point. I want to make one point to Meenakshi Lekhi. Meenakshi
If judge is going to act on the advice of the governor, why should that not be scuttled?
No, once I'm not getting into legal process. Always we'd ask, you are filing a curative petition in the Supreme Court. In that case, why are you changing the rules in
The judge is not going to act on the instance of the governor.
The question is
only if his opinion is asked for, the chief justice
the question
which
is
among the judges is who among the judges is much better a person.
A corrupt
And why do you want to scuttle the power of the chief justice and give?
How?
Neither the Supreme Court nor the High Court has said that this is a corrupt governor.
I'm sorry, you're incorrect.
This is too bad.
I am
this is
sorry.
too bad to say that the governor is corrupt. Let's have an effective and a purposive debate. Why do you make such allegations, Ms. Lekhi? Every time when you come to
she's not only in this case, but even otherwise. Please, I'm
have
sorry.
You read the judgment of the Supreme Court?
No.
Have you read the judgment of the Gujarat High Court?
And unfortunately,
no.
It's not with me.
Do you know what the Supreme Court has stated about the governor and the role of the Chief Minister?
You probably
no.
have not read the
Every
dissenting
time
judgment.
you want to overtake everyone who comes to for a discussion and just want your say and only your say. That's not done. Stick to the judgment of the Supreme Court and the judgment of the Gujarat High Court. It has been absolutely critical to the way in which the Chief Justice and Chief Minister has behaved.
And what has the Supreme Court spoken about Kamla Beniwal's role? Have you read that? Have you read the dissenting judgment of the Gujarat High Court judge?
I was there. I am the litigant.
Absolutely no.
I have defended the judgment of the Gujarat High Court as one of the litigants.
If you are the litigant, if you are litigant and you know the Supreme Court judgment, I would request you to read the paragraphs which deal with the powers of governor and how this particular governor has flouted those powers.
The Supreme Court says generally the process of appointment must initiate from the Council of Ministers headed by the Chief Minister.
Meenakshi Lekhi.
That's all beyond the
Ms. Lekhi and Mr. Yagnik, please listen to me. Please listen to me. Ms. Lekhi and Mr. Yagnik.
Sitting as governor.
It's nothing to do with the BJP and Congress. It has something to do with the
Mr. Yagnik, can I ask a political question?
Appoint somebody else as governor.
Can I ask a political question?
A former minister of Rajasthan.
That is your obligation as a political person, and it is our right as a citizen of Gujarat and India to have a Lokpal.
Mr. Yagnik, 1 minute.
And your party is trying to prevent an effective institution of a Lokpal in the state of Gujarat, and people of Gujarat for last more than 9 years are deprived of a Lokpal. We cannot make a complaint about corruption to the against the elected and unelected executive.
You see, the thrust of my debate is this. 1 minute, please. Mr. Yagnik and Meenakshi Lekhi, 1 minute. Ami Yagnik hasn't spoken yet. There is another Yagnik who hasn't spoken yet in the Ahmedabad studio, but before I come to her, my question is this, Meenakshi. You see, the thing is, Meenakshi, people of the country will say this, that yes, Mr. Narendra Modi has been having a running battle with the governor. Great. But why should that ruin an institution? People are saying today Narendra Modi is likely to be projected as a prime ministerial candidate of the BJP. Hence, everything that Narendra Modi does is going to be watched in a national context. Okay? Now, in Delhi, when the government mooted the idea, okay, Meenakshi, of making the CNAG a multi-member body, that is the BJP, said that we will oppose it tooth and nail. It is an attempt to weaken the institution that had been exposing the government. Okay, that's what you said. Am I wrong? Anything wrong? No.
No.
Yes, okay. So one minute. However, now I'll complete.
Can I complete it?
Can I complete my question?
Answer? No, you don't allow me to. No, first thing. CNG as a body is a constitutional body, and it's the constitution which provides whether it's a single member body, and single member body is only headed. There are others who are working under him.
Earlier,
and it is that thing, and this is exactly. I'm sorry, even today, the provision is there will be one Lokayukta. There will be 4 Lokayukta.
Why?
And which is identical to the CNG.
Why?
It is identical. You have deputies working under CNG also. And CNG is a constitutional body.
The secretary says Lokayukta.
1 second, please.
And
Please.
Or no,
not just
what sort of an amendment that we have? We have former chief secretaries and the secretaries as Lokayukta. Therefore, once this secretaries are retired or have resigned, again they will be reinstated to the position and they will sing to the tune of the elected executives.
The person is showing his desperation in not letting me complete. And this gentleman needs to be reined in when I am speaking, because I am speaking a very technical point and he
Mr.
can answer it back. Today, the question
Mr.
is,
Yagnik,
Mr. Yagnik, allow me to complete or make a correct statement.
But can I complete my question?
There is
I have to complete my question. Mr.
Lokayukt with 4 Up-Lokayukt.
1 minute, Meenakshi Lekhi, please. Mr.
Yes.
Yagnik,
Oh, no, I can hear.
I'm 1 minute. Please, I am not in the business of reining in people and all. I'll just complete my argument. My argument was this, Meenakshi, that in Delhi when they wanted to, look at it conceptually, okay? Conceptually. You're a very, very intelligent person. You know that there is a flaw in your argument. In Delhi, when the CAG is made multi-member, Ravi Shankar Prasad takes serious objection to this disturbing attempt by the government. We seriously apprehend the remark of the minister. There is a conspiracy in this and all that. However, the same BJP has no qualms in making the Lokayukta in Gujarat a multi-member body. If there was no merit in the government's pitch, why should a body led by a man that you are opposing, just like the government is opposed to Vinod Rai, have multiple members? The basic difference between the earlier and the basic difference earlier and previous Lokayukta bill is exactly what you criticized in Delhi a few months back. Am I wrong? 1 minute. Ami Yagnik, am I wrong? Let's get Ami Yagnik in, then I come back to you. Ami Yagnik.
Okay.
What is the impact of making why is the Narendra Modi government making the Lokayukta multi-member body, in your view?
Now, first of all, why this bill is needed is a very simple answer, that you have to look at the intent of the government and the ruling person, that no corruption issue should be investigated in Gujarat. Whatever happens, you have exhausted all remedial measures. Gone to the Supreme Court, you have gone for a review petition, a curative petition, and now when the Supreme Court says, please have Mr. Mehta as the Lokayukt, you suddenly come up with this bill and take all the powers to yourself so that you do not fall into the ambit of being investigated or probed for those 17 scams, those numerous scams which involve 1 lakh crores of rupees in Gujarat. Because corruption is going to be an issue as far as Gujarat is concerned. So you take all the power to yourself, dilute the bill, weaken an institution so that no common man can go there, and make it in such a way that no complainant also will dare to go, because you put penal provisions, you put fine provisions in the act, in the bill, and see that you bring people whom you think are suitable for the selection committee. You give away the primacy of the Chief Justice and the Governor. You see that they are not there, and everything is done by a selection committee of a minister sitting, a leader of the opposition sitting, some 2 experts sitting, and you decide who will take the case. If the case goes before the Lokayukt will have to take the permission of the Chief Minister in order to see that the case proceeds. Even after the case is over, the permission is to be sought that now the case is over. What kind of an institution we are trying to bring?
Prashant Bhushan.
Only to see that some is got to the ruling person, and somehow that
Prashant Bhushan to Meenakshi Lekhi. Prashant Bhushan to Meenakshi Lekhi. Meenakshi, I'm coming back to you. I just want to get Mr. Bhushan back into the debate. Mr. Bhushan, I asked Meenakshi Lekhi this, that why is the BJP opposing CAG becoming a multi-member body and saying it will weaken the institution in Delhi, but doing exactly the same thing in Ahmedabad? What is your view?
No, it's absolutely clear that what Mr. Modi is trying to do is, first, they have not allowed Mr. Justice Mehta to function. Now, even if they allow Justice Mehta to function after this new bill is brought, they will rein him in by appointing 4 Up-Lokayuktas, so thereby diluting the powers of Mr. Mehta, precisely what they were opposing in the case of the CAG. I am pitying the BJP leadership today, that they have been placed in such a position of discomfiture, that despite the fact that Mr. Modi has put a black paint on the faces of the BJP leaders by this action, by bringing this kind of Lokayukta bill, but because they have anointed him as the supreme leader of the party, as the prima donna of the party, and have even appointed his right-hand man, Mr. Amit Shah, who is facing a murder charge, all kinds of extortion, murder charges, etc., in a Supreme Court monitored investigation, who was not even allowed to come to Gujarat. He has been appointed a General Secretary of the BJP, such is the state
that's
to
not
which
relevant
the
to
BJP
this.
leadership has been reduced to.
That's not relevant to this. The only thing relevant is, the relevant thing is, Meenakshi Lekhi, that you have made you have come out with a lame duck Lokayukt. A lame duck Lokayukt.
It's absolutely
with
incorrect.
huge government control, very limited transparency.
I need to be on another debate. Can I control?
Please respond to Prashant Bhushan.
Okay, it's incorrect I'm responding. By reducing its own power under the Constitution, by reducing its own power, because as per the Constitution, the governor is supposed to act on the Council of Ministers. Here, Council of Ministers has surrendered its power to a select committee, and that select committee is constituted of opposition leader. It's constituted of Chief Justice, it's constituted of Vigilance Commissioner and a member of the Council of Ministers and the Chief Minister as the chairperson. So saying, in fact, on the contrary, transparency has increased by bringing himself. I'm not avoiding, and you're not, and please allow me to state it in uncertain terms, that under the scheme of Constitution, CAG is one person and is held by multiple body in terms of deputy CAGs. Now, this is exactly, and it's under the Constitution of India. Lokayukt is another enactment, and under that Lokayukt, there is Lokayukt Act, and there are 4 Lokayukts to assist because the workload. And this is the 13th Finance Commission's recommendation.
BJP said, Meenakshi, that no, Meenakshi, 1 minute, please. I have 2 more minutes with you. Meenakshi, the BJP said that the government was facing embarrassment due to CNAG reports in 2G spectrum, CWG and all these Colgate scams. And that is why they tried to dilute it by making it a multi-member body. Similar thing can be said that you are worried about embarrassment and potential embarrassment at the hands of the Lokayukt, and you are doing exactly the same thing in Gujarat. So, you see, don't look at it only in an Ahmedabad context.
Very stringent. No, I'm not. No, I'm sorry. I have to. I'm sorry, Ms. Yagnik. Let me complete because I'm going to leave the debate. Let me just complete, and then you could come in, please. See, the act which has been made is a very, very stringent provision where if within 6 months no action is taken, it is deemed to be correct. From Chief Minister to the lowest of the law, and sarpanches and even elected members are brought under this.
But there is no Chief Justice in the appointment panel. There is no Chief Justice in the appointment panel. There is no governor in the appointment panel.
Who says that? No. Governor was never. Governor is only supposed to act instead of Council of Ministers. He is now acting on the advice of a select committee which has Chief Justice.
Now you
Chief Justice, and there are going to be 3 judges.
Listen to Ami Yagnik for a minute. Ami Yagnik. Meenakshi Lekhi, listen to her before you go. Ami Yagnik, please, to Meenakshi Lekhi.
I'm sorry.
Listen to her, please.
The other people are waiting.
1 minute.
I want to say something. A responsible leader cannot make sweeping and untrue statements regarding a governor when such words are not there. So this is very wrong on a debate that is going on. Yes.
This is reported, and Justice Mehta's connection with CPJ, etc. is all very well recorded. These are documented facts. He was involved in a land scam in Rajasthan. I am not making any sweeping statements. In fact, every statement is documented.
Ms. Lekhi, this has not been believed by the Supreme Court.
I'm sorry. This has been believed by the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has reprimanded. This has been believed. And there's no question of believing. I will put it up on the net tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, the notes pertaining to 8 years, the manner in which governor has acted will be on the net. And I owe it to you.
Well,
absolutely, it will be done. It will be done.
Absolutely, I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to you, Ms. Lekhi. Please do it once we are free from the job.
And I'll send you.
Please do that.
I'll send you the
We welcome that. At least we will have a Lokayukta.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Goswami, one thing I want to add.
Thank you.
Okay,
I
now
know
you
this
see
amendment.
you know, the point is this.
Mr. Goswami,
There is a general view now.
1 minute, Mr. Goswami.
The BJP leader is not on the debate, but you want to complete your point, go ahead.
Yes. This amendment provides a section that if anyone is found to have made a false allegation, he has to undergo punishment of 2 years and a fine of 25,000 rupees. What do you mean by false allegation? Meaning that a simple man, a common man goes to the Lokayukta, makes an application leveling allegations of corruption, and if he fails to substantiate in accordance with law, that will be found to be a false allegation and he will be immediately inviting a punishment. Do you think that with this punishment clause, any common man...
That's exactly the point, Mr. Yagnik. You know, without taking any position on it, the issue is very clear. No, the issue is very clear. Let's not look at it politically. That's why I want to end with Prashant Bhushan. The issue is clear that the BJP took a certain position on the Lokpal in Delhi. And they took a public position and they used that position to criticize the government. Now, you cannot do one thing in Delhi and then do a completely different thing in Ahmedabad. That is and Narendra Modi is a leader who is seen to be
this is nothing
pushing
but a
himself to a national level. So it's
at the cost of the people of Gujarat and India. Very simple.
well. Last word to Prashant Bhushan.
Let's not have a debate.
Prashant Bhushan, in all the protests
it's a matter between the Lokayukta and the people.
I know you are busy with the protests on the Delhi electricity front and all, but why do you propose to take this forward?
No, we will certainly take this forward. This is, as we said, corruption is the most central issue so far as our party is concerned. And our party's stand on this Lokpal, Lokayukta has been very clear. We have been saying consistently that the Lokpal must be independent functionally, financially, as well as in terms of appointment,
Truly.
which means that the appointment cannot be controlled by the same government which it is supposed to investigate. And this is precisely what the BJP was also saying earlier when the Lokpal issue was concerned. But now Mr. Modi has done precisely the opposite of what the BJP leadership had been saying, and they are trying to justify it by saying that, look, the Congress also did it, so far as the Lokpal is concerned. That shows not only the double standards of the BJP, but also shows that essentially in their core, both parties are the same. Both parties do not want corruption to be brought down because both parties are in power in different parts of the country. None of the parties want accountability to be enforced through an independent
Mr. Bhushan, on that note, may I just, I'm not trying to make it personal, but I would like to ask you, what about your internal Lokpal? The Aam Aadmi Party had an internal Lokpal which did, you were there, you along with Arvind, I think, did a press conference and you said, we'll investigate the charges against 2 of our members. Now, it's been months.
Right. No, see, what has happened is, there's some disturbance. What has happened is that initially our Lokpal took a position that we will firstly investigate only complaints against members of the National Executive. Secondly, we will investigate only those complaints which are made by people who either give an affidavit or who record a statement before a camera owning up the allegation that they have made. Unfortunately, nobody has come forward either with an complaint on affidavit or even willing to get his statement recorded so that he owns up the complaint. Thereafter, it was decided that all right, even if...
We're not exactly debating that, but nobody better than you, Prashant Bhushan, knows that if you want to, you can speed up the process. But truly on the Gujarat Lokayukta, Narendra Modi and his government have a lot to answer for. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on that.